that looks amazing, man. That's awesome. Look at that. What a spectacle. And you can get this customization. You can contact the staff at the Orlando store. They ship anywhere.
The price is
It's similar to Brazil, but you get this customization and the full size range isn't available there. More about the 2025 jersey. Now is your chance to get this historic jersey.
Hey guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. If you're just arriving, I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms, right, Zoka? Especially you who's on YouTube. I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave that awesome like on the video. We're here now. Director Dio Winter Garden, Florida, right next to Orlando, close to Animal Kingdom and also the Disney parks. Some Flamengo players are already here, right? We hear about them. They've vacationed here before and always come, right? Flamengo won't do their preseason here. They've always done it here, and it usually brings good energy. Whenever Flamengo does their preseason here, they tend to win important titles that year. But this time, Flamengo, due to time constraints, will need to move up the players' vacation. So Flamengo decided not to do the preseason also because there's no way to do the preseason, right? So we're bringing you some important information. I wanted to talk to you guys about a situation here, man. It's pretty interesting because even before we bring you the interview with Iago on Kazé Television, because we noticed that Flamengo's players have leadership on the field, which is Jorginho. And this issue with Filipe Luis not having renewed yet, he will renew. I'm sure Filipe Luis will renew besides renewing. We know he has his dream of going to Europe, so it might take 1 or 2 years, but eventually he will go. And I wanted to talk to you here. Flamengo already has Filipe Luis's replacements there at Ninho do Urubu. The club already has the replacements. Flamengo has found the formula for the ideal coach. The one who has a connection with the fans, the one who has identification with the group, with the players, who understands what it means to wear the sacred jersey, who understands what it means to be Flamengo, who understands the pressure of playing or coaching Flamengo. Flamengo already has those two guys in there. In fact, I sent a message to Rodrigo Caio and said, hey, my friend, I don't know when Filipe will leave, but at some point it's going to happen. Don't go with him, learn everything, soak up all the knowledge you can from Filipe Luis, and get your paperwork, everything that's necessary, because for sure we're going to need you one day. And then it hit me when I saw Iago's interview on Kazé Television, it just clicked. I'm heading to the Flamengo store with Zuka now, right? It's in Orlando, pretty close, right? Really close to Winter Garden. It's on International Drive. That's where the Flamengo store is. She's strapped in back there. She's got the seatbelt on like I always do. She's fine. Zuka, what's up, honey? So what do I think? Especially after this interview with Iago, which I'll share with you. Yeah, it's clear that Flamengo today has some leaders there who can continue as great leaders of the group, right? From the coaching staff, from the football department, and Jorginho is one of them. I think that when Filipe Luis leaves, Flamengo could already have Rodrigo Caio ready thanks to Jorginho. With experience, who's already working in the defensive sector, already the defensive coach for Flamengo. And Flamengo's defense is what Flamengo has at strongest today. It's Filipe, he's the complete one, but Rodrigo Caio makes the defense. So can we say that today we have Rodrigo Caio ready to, in a year or two, take over as coach? in place of Filipe Luis. When he leaves with Jorginho, who is a defensive player, also a midfielder, doing what Rodrigo Caio does today, Rodrigo Caio takes on Filipe Luis's role with mastery, and Jorginho takes Rodrigo Caio's place. Or Rodrigo Caio keeps doing what he does. And Jorginho, right? Get ready, because I think Jorginho needs to experience what Filipe did. There's no point in jumping straight to the pros. Jorginho will. Rodrigo Caio is already going through this preparation. But Jorginho, for example, it would be interesting for him to gain some experience in the youth team, going through the youth system, even if it's just 6 months or a year, but it would be important. I see Flamengo keeping them, and they need to identify these players who come through the club, who have that leadership quality. That's why I'll wait until I get to the Flamengo store and bring it. This statement from Iago, which I thought was spectacular, shows us that we already have two guys with this leadership profile. To continue Filipe Luis's work, when Filipe Luis leaves, Bia Piboto and whoever continues in Flamengo's football need to look for this kind of work, this kind of homegrown coach. Well, I'm already here at the Orlando store. I told you it would be quick, so Isoka and I are here to bring you this information. I just want to remind you, man, if you're here on vacation, there's one right in front of Banco do Brasil Americas. The Flamengo store is the only store of a South American soccer club abroad. It's the only one. So Flamengo is the only club to have a store here in Orlando and abroad. Just so you know, there's no Palmeiras store. They don't have a World Cup, and there's no Palmeiras store at the São Paulo airport. There's a Flamengo store, actually two, if I'm not mistaken, over there, and there's none for Palmeiras. And Leila still complains about audience numbers, about value issues, about broadcasting rights and all that. It's surreal. Well, I'm here in Orlando, so I want to let you know the following. Look, the products are arriving here, including this week, arriving during the trip, during training. But there's a huge promotion here, which is the 2025 Flamengo uniform that's coming out. If I'm not mistaken, it's $70, not our dollar, $69.90 our dollar, $69.90, yeah. Which uniform is it? It's this one right here next to me, the traditional red and black. Guys, if you're in Orlando, hurry over. It's a total clearance sale. $70 is a Brazilian price, but you can buy it here. So for the people who live here and don't do the conversion, it's great. But then you can get your jersey here, and remember, they have pets, they have some cool stuff here, so you can come here and get your jersey. Champion of everything, champion of all that stuff, right? And we were supposed to be world champions too, right? Those guys had that little cheat sheet during the penalty kicks, right? But it's all good, man. Flamengo did great. They're being praised. They're in the top 5. They're one of the 5 biggest clubs in the world. You already know that. They're one of the 5 biggest clubs in the world. I just want to let you know that it will be in the pinned comment. All our sponsors will be there, including them too, right? Reminder, the Copa do Brasil final is tomorrow. We'll watch calmly since we've already won it all, right? Calmly, but you can, so I'll say this, huh? And that game looks like it's going to be a draw. Looks like a draw. Remember to play responsibly. It's for people over 18. It's just for fun, not an investment. See the link in the Insta bio, highlights and stories. You can place your bet, but remember to always play responsibly with only bread money. I'm going for a draw and over 1.5 goals, man. For me, this game is 1-1. It's Vasco and Corinthians, 1-1. And I think this time, Dorival, who's always a cup specialist, always wins the Copa do Brasil, right? This time, Corinthians wins on penalties with Dorival. That's good too, right? Corinthians can win on penalties as there's no extra time. Matches go straight to shootouts. Copa do Brasil ends starting next year, a single final, which could even be in Brasilia. They can choose the stadium there, Mané Garrincha, as the fixed venue for the Copa do Brasil finals. They're trying to do that. I also want to remind you that you can secure your points for the Benefits Club Pix Milhão, making sure you get your Benefits Club points. You can exchange them for products, experiences, okay? There are shows, backstage passes, everything, man. You can exchange them for products and experiences. And on top of everything, you get the chance to participate in raffles, for example, instant ones. At any moment you secure your points, you'll be competing for up to 100,000 reais in instant prizes. The Raspa won it in the account. Besides that, you have the drawing on the 31st, which is the New Year's prize. There are 3 prizes of 1 million reais, and on January 2nd, a prize of 2 million reais. I'll leave the QR code there on the screen for you, okay? Let's go. I told you that we've already talked about this here. For example, when Filipe Luis left Flamengo, I hope it takes a little while, man. I hope he stays at least 2 more years at Flamengo. That's what I want most because his work is spectacular. I think Flamengo's main focus has to be keeping Filipe Luis trying to hold on as long as possible. Just let it be. I'll support Simeone staying 5 more years at Atletico de Madrid, and Filipe will only replace him when he leaves. Because we brought it up earlier, he went there to visit Atletico de Madrid and all, but Simeone is still going to stay there for a long time. Hey, Simeone, hold on a little longer. That's all we have. I told you, we have these 2 guys. First, Rodrigo Caio, who's already on the coaching staff, and I think he's an excellent guy to take over. There's Jorginho to prepare, then put him in the youth team and all. Jorginho is a real leader. And I'm going to talk exactly about what Iago mentioned. And we still have Danilo, who's a really smart guy. Flamengo can be a great school for coaches. Flamengo might actually be creating a real revelation of coaches. Flamengo could become a leading developer of coaches in Brazil. That's the feeling I have, so I'm going to bring it up here. Now, look at what Iago, the defender from Flamengo's youth academy, who's now in the professional team, said. The captain of Mengao's under-20 team said to Kaze Television, "Yes, Jorginho is the good kind of annoying," laughs. "Everything he does and says on the field is flawless. He's just like Filipe Luis out there. Look at that. Due to the stadium noise, you can't hear the coach, so he steps in. He plays really well and makes a big difference. He's like Filipe Luis on the field." Man, it's amazing. That's what I keep telling you guys. He's already ready. He's right there, just waiting for the opportunity. You just have to take him and shape him. There's Rodrigo Caio. There's Danilo. Flamengo has become a breeding ground for coaches. No, and you'll see here at the Flamengo store in Orlando, the customization they have. You can come and do it here. Man, it's exclusive. What's exclusive here is the customization for the 4th Libertadores title. And you're going to make this jersey eternal, the one I showed you, which with the discount is practically $70, $69.90, man. It's a historic jersey. Yeah, it's the most victorious year in Flamengo's history. But 1981 had a Club World Cup, but it was Libertadores and Club World Cup Carioca, Libertadores and Club World Cup. There were 8 titles this year, including the Taça Guanabara. So what? And they're still the current champions of the Copa do Brasil, so it's the most historic year for Flamengo. Every Flamengo fan is obligated to own the jersey from this historic year. Like fans bought the 2019 jersey in 2019. And only here at the Orlando store, you can come, you can look for it. If you're on vacation, only the Orlando store has the full range. Still, this jersey is sold out everywhere in Brazil. Only the Orlando store still has it. And you can still customize it with Tetra. Bro, I'll show you at the end of the video how this customization looks, which is amazing. There are even new jerseys. They're about to arrive here for travel and training this week. But check this one out too. Black awareness, man. Look at that. Black diamonds. This one is also amazing. I set it aside to show you because it's beautiful and you can find it right here. Let me show you here. I'll grab it. Hold on a second. Where is it? It's over there. It's over there. I'll be right back. Here. Check this one out. This one too. This one is spectacular too. You can also find it here at Mango's store in Orlando. Well, let's go. I'm going to bring you some very important information now regarding the Maracanã issue. We've already told you that Maracanã BAP wants to improve it. The Maracanã field, to make it just like the stadium where Flamengo played in Doha, Qatar, that fast and beautiful field. And besides that, Flamengo. We saw Fernando Diniz, Vasco's coach, saying he'd like to play there because of the field. He praised the field. Fernando Diniz, Vasco's coach, praised the field. That's a slap in the face to Leila and company. Flamengo's field is being highly praised. The Maracanã field, Flamengo and Fluminense's field, is being praised by Fernando Diniz. Vasco even wants, during the construction at São Jornal, to play at Maracanã. I saw a lot of fans. Not Flamengo. No, you can't stop it, man. If it's possible and the guy wants to rent it, I don't have that grudge, that thing. No, man, that's silliness. Only the rivals have that. Oh, Maracanã doesn't belong to Flamengo. It does. Flamengo runs it, you have to deal with it, my brother. It's Flamengo's, okay? And the situation is going to get even better. You know why? The decision about the gasometro land is making Flamengo move forward with building the stadium. So top-notch field. Amazing stadium, Maracanã. Besides that, there will be one more, so there will be two. Okay, so look at this. We've made progress in building the stadium. Today, the Fundo de Garantia do Tempo de Serviço Board of Trustees approved the conciliation agreement on the economic and financial rebalancing for the gasometer land expropriation. This way, Flamengo obtained definitive possession of the land. Flamengo can now proceed with the bureaucratic and technical steps that precede the start of construction. In September, President Luiz Eduardo Batista, BAP, said Flamengo aims to finish building Mengo's stadium starting in 2034, possibly as late as 2036 if there are delays. But Flamengo can now move forward with the construction. Spectacular news. Flamengo can move forward with the construction of the stadium, their own stadium. And a lot of people ask me, Paparazzo, is it going to happen? Is this stadium going to happen? Is it going to happen? BAP is making progress despite doubts. Flamengo just didn't want to get financially committed in terms of signings. And Flamengo is managing to stay financially healthy, still making signings, and even more so, right? With more revenue, especially with guaranteed money. Do you realize Flamengo is confirmed for the 2029 Club World Cup? It's going to pay a lot more than the one that just happened now in 2025. So, can you imagine how much money Flamengo knows is going to come in from now on? All of this is going to pay for Flamengo's stadium. It's going to pay for Flamengo's stadium. I'm also here to let you know that in all of Flamengo's official stores, this medal will be arriving. I'm going to ask the Orlando store if they're getting this fantastic medal too. Are you all getting this beautiful medal here? They said they're going to get the Libertadores medal here too. Look, this Libertadores medal is amazing. Look at that, official Flamengo stores. I also want to send a hug to the folks at Kid Club. Man, it even comes with the finals headband, right? Woohoo, what's the name of the lanyard again? Is it the official one? Spectacular, man, spectacular. And to wrap things up here, a lot of people are asking, hey, what about Paparazzo? Is Gerson going to Palmeiras? That's Gerson's problem, guys, Gerson's problem. If Gerson wants to go to Palmeiras and embarrass himself like Andreas Pereira, that's his problem. Man, but the news is about Sorrow. Brulego de Correção reported via Allsport that Gerson will only leave Zenit for 28 million euros, or 180 million reais. The former Flamengo player struggled to adapt in Russia. The Russians don't see the midfielder as non-negotiable, but in their usual style, they're not willing to let go of the player. For less than that amount, the Russians always do this, right? Cruzeiro and Palmeiras want to sign Gerson, but he prefers returning to Flamengo in 2026. I doubt it, okay? I doubt it. I also doubt Flamengo or BAP will do it, especially after what happened with his father. Let's see. Honestly, I think it's tough. Flamengo also won't want to pay Zenit more than Zenit paid them. Can you imagine Flamengo paying the same or even more? The player's already older. Russians are funny, right? I also don't see Palmeiras paying 28 million euros. They bought him for, what, 25, right? And now they want to sell him for 28, and the guy is older. And Palmeiras is going to pay? They're not going to pay anything, man. They're not going to pay anything, right? So what about Cruzeiro? Even Pedrinho from the BH supermarket, I think he might do something crazy like that, right? Anyone willing to pay Gabigol 3 million a month will do anything, right? Now, I don't think Palmeiras will have the resources to sign Gerson, and neither will Flamengo. BAP won't accept it. After all that's happened, it would have to be much less. And you know that Zenit, right? They won't give in, right? There's no way around it. Just look at us. So it was saying here that Flamengo is in the top 5 clubs in the world, right? I'm going to use this chance to react to my friend Neto from the Opina Poco channel. Palmeiras fans, the Palmeiras YouTubers are super worried. Let's listen here.
Look, another award. Flamengo will be in the spotlight again worldwide because on December 28th in Dubai, the award for Best Men's Football Club will be announced. The GLOBO Soccer Awards. It's an award held at year's end, near the timing of the King of America Award, right? It will be revealed on the year's last day. And Flamengo is among the 5 finalists. alongside Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Did you guys notice that even Bayern Munich isn't here?
Yeah, man.
Real Madrid isn't here. You say, wow, right? The press is here, but guys, it's not about them. Look at this. Participation was decided by global rotation. Flamengo surpassed 30 million votes, and probably here Flamengo got a lot of votes. Also from foreigners who saw the club play in the Super World Cup and who saw the club now in the Intercontinental. So look at how this puts it in the spotlight.
And the guy's messing around, huh? The guy's
Competing for the award of Best Men's Football Club in the world. You have to shoot, right? That's a very positive effect. It's a very positive effect. It's important to have played in the Club World Cup earlier this year, gained attention, and now compete in the Intercontinental Cup. Yeah.
You guys like to mess around, right?
It's that famous jealousy, right?
You're going to mess with someone. How are you going to do it? How do you mess with Flamengo, man? How can you even mess with them? Flamengo? Look at Flamengo's situation. They're in the top 5 in the world. Not even Bayern Munich, not even Real Madrid are in that. Not even City.
How crazy is that?
Live from the Flamengo store in Orlando. I'm going to show you right now how this customization looks with the number 4, right? The 4th Libertadores title, that amazing achievement. And you can come here to get it because it's only available here.
In the full collection
Of the 2025 jersey.
historic, the greatest of all time. Come here,
We're in this together.
subscribe, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and like the video. Greetings, João Bruno Negras. This is Flamengo. How great does this jersey look? Look at this, man. Check this out, guys. Look at this, dude. It's insane. Nobody owes us anything, man. This customization here is just crazy. You can get it here at the Orlando store. If you're on vacation here, nobody owes us anything. It'll be ready. Man, this is spectacular. Look, it turned out amazing, dude. This is awesome. Look at this. What a show. And can you do this customization? You can contact the staff at the Orlando store. They ship anywhere. The price is pretty much the same as in Brazil. And you still get this customization. Plus, you can't find the full selection there. About the 2025 jersey now is your chance to get this historic jersey.